Hi everyone, Sean here from Console Service Center again. Today I want to do a video for you about repairing power problems on any console by yourself without having to take it in for repair or bring it in, to us for repair. Some of these problems is something you can sort out by yourself. If these don't work, then you might have to replace your power supply. It could either be a power supply or something on your actual main board on your console that is maybe giving a problem. The tips I'm going to show you today work on any console. I'm just going to use my PS4 as a demo just to do this video, but you can use these tips on any gaming console that you have. They generally work and generally help sorting out the problem on your console. So try this out, see if it works. Hopefully it works and you can get your gaming console sorted out, whether it's Xbox or PlayStation. Some of these tips might just help you. Now I want to get us zoomed in onto the table, just so I can show you what you can do with any of your gaming consoles that's giving you a power problem or not coming on or switching off by itself. And let's see if this will work. I hope this will work for you guys. See you right now. Okay, so as I said, I'm going to just use a PlayStation 4 console, just for example, so you can see how to fix the power problem on your console. With all consoles, you've got your power jack in the back. Every console might just look a bit different to this one. And then obviously your HDMIs and, all your LAN ports and everything, and your optical. But every port where the power supply plugs into or power cable plugs into might be a little bit different. So again, like I say, I'm just using a PS4 as an example, but this is what you can do. So number one, first thing you can do, plug out your power completely from your console. Plug out any other cables that you have plugged in, even maybe on the front, like with this one, you've got the USBs in the front. Just plug everything out. Leave your console down for, leave it for about, let's say, 10 minutes or so. What happens is the power supply in the console will discharge completely. So any electricity that's stored in the console will actually discharge. It will go away. And this might just help you, discharge your power supply and reset the power supply. Oftentimes we've seen that by doing that, it does reset your console. So try that out and see if that will work, and maybe you're lucky. So again, plug it out for 10 minutes, all your cables, then plug everything back in again, power, USBs, whatever you're using. But for now, what you can do is just plug in the power and then maybe HDMI and then switch it back on. See if it stays on then, or if it comes back on, especially if your console is completely dead, it might just reset the power supply. And the second tip I have will be for the power cable itself. This is just for a PS3 power cable. Just going to show you what it looks like. So we call it a figure 8 because it almost looks like a number 8, on the top there. So what you can try and do is just go through your cable, just run your hand through your cable, feel if you've got any damage on your cable somewhere. If you do feel something, just take a look at where the damage is maybe, and just have a look if there's a wire broken or if there's anything sticking out there that looks like it might be damaged. That's your other option. The biggest thing that we've found also, which is a big problem on consoles, they come out with these 2-point plugs, your normal 2-point plug that you do get. You can see it there. I hate these things, they don't make proper contact. For example, I'm just going to use this plug here. So what happens is, that is obviously plugs in there. And what will happen is, sometimes I've seen when you plug your 2-point plugs in, this one is not too bad, it actually fits in quite firm. I'm sure you've seen this before on 2-point plugs. Sometimes you have to sort of like turn it or twist it so it actually makes contact. And when you do that, you can actually hear like a spark inside the 2-point plug. That's because these two little points there, they just don't make proper contact. You can even see like this one, I've actually bent it a little bit to make proper contact, which is not so good, Inside your 2-point plugs, there's these little, like little copper, how can I call it, little copper little hands that actually hold onto this onto these points here. And what happens is over time, those little rings that they actually go around that, they actually start opening up. So then they don't make a proper contact on the gear anymore. So it will open up. So the next option is change your plug. Change this complete plug. Get another one. Try it out. It's got another side, like this one's got two. It's got one on that side and that side. Let's try the other side. If that still doesn't work, try a complete different 2-point plug and see if that might sort the problem out. Again, try a different plug like this if you have one in the house. Like I said, it's a normal figure 8. These are generally radios use them, or all sorts of different devices in the house might actually use a plug like this. Just use another plug like that on your console and just see if that maybe works. Yeah, and I think that's the only other options that we have that you can try out. Then the other last option, but this is generally not really often that this would happen, is try and plug it into a completely different plug socket in your house somewhere, and see if that makes a difference. But I mean, if you've got other stuff plugged into your plug already, your main plug, and the other stuff is working, then there's a good chance that it's not that. I hope some of these options work for you, with these plugs, or maybe switching your console off for a couple of minutes, for about 10 minutes, leaving it, seeing that does come right. The problem is with power supplies, especially like now we have the rainy season in South Africa, so there's a lot of lightning. It does create a power surge, with the lightning on power lines and that. So you could have a bit of a spike on your power, and that could have blown your power supply. Or maybe with the load shedding that we have, the load shedding, when the power comes back on, it sometimes spikes a little bit and it can blow your power supply too. The best option is if your power supply has if you've got an external power supply, like especially on the Xboxes and that, you've got those square, like brick power supplies. They usually have a light on them. If you turn the power supply around, there's a label that will actually explain to you what color that light needs to be. If the light is like a green, it's okay. If it's on orange, it's on standby. If it's red, it's blown. That means the power supply, it's faulty. So it'll say that there's a fault. So that will be your power supply itself that's faulty. On consoles like the PS4s and that, and the newer Xboxes that have built-in power supplies, it's quite difficult to diagnose because it doesn't have a light. Usually, if you've left it for 10 minutes and trying to switch on and it doesn't work, what generally you can do is, if you push the power button and nothing happens, it's completely dead, even after you've left it for 10 minutes without any cables plugged in. That's generally just a power supply that's blown then. If it had a lightning strike, it could be more than just a power supply. It could blow components on the main board, which can be replaced too. But then on your PS4s, there are other problems where you can switch it on, it'll come on, and it'll just shut down again. Now, that can be two things. It could be either the power supply that's faulty, or it could even be the actual main processor on the board that's not making connection to the board anymore. So what happens is the solder under the processor where it connects to the board, that can actually short out or not make a connection to the board. And that's when the console comes on and just shuts down again. It picks up a fault. The console knows there's a fault because the processor is not making proper connection onto the board anymore. So that's the other thing why you might have a power problem. So there are a few different things, but 90% of the time it's usually power supplies. We probably replace about 300 to 400 power supplies every year, and I must say a majority of those 300 to 400 will be in the raining season, when we have thunderstorms in Joburg especially. There's major thunderstorms, a lot of lightning, a lot of static. So that does create a power supplies, a problem for the power supplies, and they do blow. So yeah, so there's a few options, but like I said, all these tips can work on any gaming console. I hope this helps. I hope this sorts out the problem so you don't actually have to bring it in for repair to us. But if you have to, unfortunately, it's one of those things that happens. The other reason why we also found that power supplies blow is because they're not being serviced regularly. Every year, people say you don't have to service them. I've got a couple of pictures all over the website about servicing your console, at consoleservicecenter.co.za, you'll actually see there's a lot of pictures of dirty consoles, how the dust actually starts collecting inside them. And this is a major problem, because what happens is static can create, dust creates static. So dust is conductive. So electricity can run through pads of dust which collects in the console, especially when it clogs up on the power supply side. What happens is that dust that becomes clogged between two components, it can create like a short between two components because there's static running across, or when it's powered up, there's power running across. So that's also why these power supplies also have load, and hard drives fail also because of the static. But I'm rambling on here. Let's not get too much onto that. This video was mainly about just trying to fix a power problem on your gaming console without having to bring it into us. Excuse me, bring it into us for repair. I hope this helped, guys and girls. I know there's a lot of girl gamers today also playing games, and they're very good. But anyway, let's stop rambling on you. I hope this worked. If it didn't, give us a call, pop us an email, visit our website, get a free estimate on our website on what it would cost to replace the power supply on your console. Hope you enjoyed this, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and remember to subscribe to our videos. We bring out quite a lot of new videos on YouTube on a weekly basis. Have an awesome day. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.